last show before WrestleMania. Yesterday, I was not interested. Now, one of my subscribers commended me for trying to be as positive as I can, as I'm not myself. So thank you for that. But let's be honest, the show was bad. It was not great. It was just passable. So I look at this show, hoping I would get something extra going into WrestleMania. Nope. We have underpassable when it comes to this show. We do. Because the things that we saw in this show, they could have just been forgotten. Really. It really didn't matter. Look, 8-man tag. So what? I don't even remember who won. And get this. Where the women? You're promoting the Battle Royal for the women. They didn't do anything on Raw. The most you got was just a match with Bayley. You got a match with Sasha. Well, not a match with Sasha. Basically, Asuka and Mickie James and everybody else. You got that match where Mickie James jobbed, which I thought was stupid. You should have booked Mickie James better. We don't get any type of promotion for the Battle Royal at all, unlike all the other times when they wanted to make it special. This show really didn't give me much. John Cena was not there. I thought that they would actually let The Undertaker show up on Smackdown because that's his show. No. If the Lux Man is right, they're going to do a preemptive match at WrestleMania, probably somewhere in the middle of the show. To the beginning to the middle of the show, John Cena will be bothered, and then they're going to have the match, which I find to be stupid. Particularly if I'm right, John Cena is going to come in his work clothes, not street clothes. I know his work clothes is his street clothes, but still, he can go there in a suit to make himself look classy. He ain't going to do that. He's just going to go there like he normally is, like he's going to wrestle. So that was pretty much a disappointment. Here's another one. You got Charlotte versus Natalya again. Look, it doesn't matter how good the match is. And I know people are going to start praising this freaking match. They're going to praise it. But two glaring problems with it. One, we've seen this so many freaking times. What happened to Naomi? What happened to Tamina? What happened to Lana? Where are they? Are they injured? Or are they sitting their asses in the back? And understand, it makes me angry to know that Tamina, Naomi, and Lana are sitting in the back doing absolutely nothing unless they're injured or they're going to do a movie. I understand. But if they're in the back, sitting there doing absolutely nothing, it was a waste of time. Then Carmella coming out was a big waste of time. It pissed me off. And I want to make this clear. Was the match good? It was okay. Chain wrestling is not bad. But we've seen it dozens of times before, and that's where the second thing I've been talking about Charlotte comes into play. Charlotte needs work. Because look who she had to be teamed up again. It wasn't Becky this time. It had to be Natalya, who had to put over Charlotte, who we know Charlotte knows so damn well. She knows every move she's going to make. She can make herself look good. And guess what? Natalya, who is a superior wrestler, let's be honest, she is. She's not doing any stupid little stunts like Charlotte, flipping around onto the turn rope like her dad, which she did terribly, and screaming, "Ah!" I'm sorry. Charlotte should not be imitating her father. She sucks at it. She should try to wrestle better than trying to be similar to her father. I'm bored with Charlotte. She doesn't wrestle that well. She needs better work. And she's wrestled the same person so many times, I'm practically wanting to fall asleep. And guess what? I did for 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes, I fell asleep. And that's when I woke up and saw them doing this stupid advertisement alongside this match. You want to see how little they care about Charlotte? While her match was going on, they went to commercial twice while it was going on, and they had to show it in a little box. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's good, they're showing it. Well, guess what? Why did she have to have 2 commercials when everyone else didn't? That just shows you how much they don't care about Charlotte. They don't care about the women. And then when Asuka come out, they didn't go to commercial. They made sure Asuka was important. Not Charlotte. Asuka. Asuka was the most important person there. She pretty much was. Was the segment with Asuka and Charlotte alright? It was okay. I'm glad to see that Asuka was talking a little bit more in the Mixed Match Challenge promo for it. Which at this moment is on. I don't know what they're going to do there. They don't want to make Charlotte job, and they're definitely not going to make Asuka job. So it looks like the guys are going to be jobbing to each other. That's the way it's going to go. I'm sure one of the guys is going to job, or they're going to have to do some weirdness where there's a draw and Asuka doesn't lose or something. Some type of interference, they throw out the match. Because they're not going to let them both job. I don't think they're going to let the women job. They're just not going to do it. Anyway, let's move on. You have the Rusev Day versus Jinder Mahal. Here's the problem. And I know people hate Jinder. I don't care if you hate him. I don't care if you like him. This isn't about him. I've always said, give jobbers a chance. Just give them a chance. I don't care about Jinder. But here's the problem. You got two of the guys who's going to be in the match at WrestleMania. Both of them are heels, where people want to cheer one of them as a face. The one who is a heel that people want to be a face wins the match. Everyone gets into a fight, and no one gets over. The one that needed to get over, guess what? Was not Bobby Roode, was not Randy Orton, was not Jinder Mahal. It was supposed to be Rusev because people want to cheer Rusev. And you saw how one of the, I can't remember which Singh brother it is. I always keep forgetting who it is. I'm not good with names. But he tried to imitate Aiden English. Nobody can imitate Aiden freaking English. Nobody. Nobody can imitate him. He's one of a kind. Don't try. But Aiden English put over Rusev. Aiden English is a face. Rusev is a face. And this was stupid. It means nothing. It just does. Now, we move on to not much else on the show. No, a little bit of sign of the Usos dealing with seeing the commercial for the WWE Network. Seeing that the New Day did it wasn't something unusual. Seeing the Usos saying they're going to be doing something isn't unusual. The problem I had, and unfortunately I don't have a shot of it, is the Bludgeon Brothers coming out, trying to wreck the camera, and saying absolutely nothing. That is the problem I have an issue with. You're going to do something with the Bludgeon Brothers, they need to talk. Even Kane and The Undertaker at one point made sure they were relaying what they wanted. Kane got relayed through Paul Bearer, or he did it himself. Undertaker did it himself, or Paul Bearer did it, or Brother Love did it. It doesn't make a difference. Someone spoke for them. These knuckleheads are saying nothing. And I'm not blaming them. It's the writers that are just plain stupid. So we got nothing here. Sami Zayn. And, well, I know I could start with the beginning. I'll get to that in a minute. But with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they did an okay job. The end of that situation, once Shane and Daniel comes out, it wasn't bad. Only thing that it's not an issue, but I guess the opening is what got me. And the opening of them apologizing wasn't an issue. Hugging it out, I take an issue with that. What the fuck? I'm not saying it wasn't a good segment, that the crowd wasn't into it, and they were. It's just I didn't expect that they were going to do a hugging thing. What is that? They're channeling their inner Bailey? That's what was getting me. That felt like something Bailey would do. Why would Daniel Bryan do that? I'm not saying Daniel Bryan couldn't do that. And I'm not saying Daniel Bryan shouldn't do that. It just doesn't seem like it should. I'm not saying it shouldn't have been done or wouldn't be done. It can't be done. Because it didn't make sense. They can't just do it like that. Now a lot of people are going to agree with it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad you agreed with it because you got some enjoyment out of it. Me, it made my ass laugh hysterically. I'm going like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? They're hugging it out. I don't see Bayley there. I'm just thinking that inner Bayley was there telling him hug it out. The only reason I want to hug Bayley is because she got a nice body. But anyway, I don't know what we got there. But at least they relayed what they wanted. That Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will have only one more match in SmackDown. And then they're gone and they'll probably go to Raw. Then you got the ending of the show. Both promos for AJ and Shinsuke was not bad. Then you had this match. Which, I said again, what is the new American Alphas doing? What is Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin doing? Nothing. You could have left them separate and then stuck them both together and then tried to build them that way. It might have been better for them. Because when you saw this match, they jobbed their asses off. They had to make sure that match was something, and it really didn't mean much. In the end, AJ is the one who got the pin, I believe, on Chad Gable. Gable, not Jable. Or Grable. He got the pin. In the end, we got AJ playing mind games with Shinsuke, and Shinsuke playing mind games with AJ Styles again. That's pretty much what was going on. And one-upping. I guess maybe that might be the best thing to say. I would have liked not to do 50-50 booking between these two guys. That's what I think would have been better. I think if you had shown some doubt in AJ, or that Shinsuke got nailed by AJ, it would have been better. Instead of doing what happened last week. I think it wasn't necessary. Was this a good show? No. It wasn't even barely passable. You got no Undertaker. Got no John Cena. The Fashion Police suck. Rusev is still a heel. This show sucked. Natalya gave me more interest than Charlotte did. And seeing Carmella trying to cash in meant freaking nothing. Wait for my TNA review. No, not TNA review. Sorry, I'm just frustrated with this. I'm saying now Impact Wrestling's TNA again. You see how angry I am. This just pissed me off. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.